In other news, tomorrow will mark the one-year anniversary of President Trump's historic election victory, where he won nearly 80 million votes, the popular vote, in all 7 swing states.
If the people in power in any state, whether it is red or blue, can decide at any given point, basically, to redraw maps so that it suits them, it is quite literally the end of democracy as we know it. Because no one that is ever in power will be like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. So we have opened a Pandora's box here and we're in a lot of trouble. Now, the unfortunate part of all of this isn't just that we're ushering in communism with the dash of jihad. It's that there is so much goodness to talk about. And one of the things I have consistently tried to do on this show every day, and it has not been that hard to do because it's real and it's true, is point out Trump's wins. And there have been a ton of them. And unfortunately, I suppose, a certain amount of young people or a certain amount of people in general have been brainwashed in Trump derangement syndrome and Hitler this and all, and distracted by everything else and brain broken by TikTok, and they don't see it. But here is Karoline Leavitt yesterday laying out some of Trump's second-term accomplishments.
In other news, tomorrow will mark the one-year anniversary of President Trump's historic election victory, where he won nearly 80 million votes, the popular vote, in all 7 swing states. This was the ultimate poll on November 5th. In less than 10 short months, President Trump signed the largest middle-class tax cut in history, including no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security to put more money back into the pockets of the American people. The president ended the southern border invasion of the Biden administration, made our border the most secure in history, and he is carrying out the largest mass deportation campaign of illegal aliens in our nation's history to protect our homeland, just as promised. President Trump has aggressively taken on drug cartels by declaring them as foreign terrorist organizations and even blowing up narco-terrorists who have tried to poison the American people with fentanyl and other illegal narcotics. Inflation has remained low and steady, averaging just 2.5% compared to the painful average of 5% under Biden, and we know it was historically higher than that for most of President Biden's term. The president has restored America's place as the leader of the free world through his unwavering peace through strength foreign policy that has already ended 8 wars and counting. And the president ended illegal DEI initiatives in our federal government and is returning our country to a merit-based society based on common sense.
So look, guys, you know it. You know it because you watch this show. I know a lot of other shows, including some on the right, don't talk about his wins, but there are massive, massive wins, and you cannot clean it all up in 11 months. But this is now an interesting moment. Whether we like it or not, whether it is fair or not, or anything else, a certain set of people, particularly young people, particularly in blue states, think that the thing is not working for them. And in some way they might be right. So the challenge for the president now, before these midterms, is kind of what JD just tweeted out. This, and it's exactly what Vivek said, and it's exactly what I've been saying on this show, something as it pertains to the economy and making young people feel like this works. This magical, precious system that we have, that it actually works. And sometimes it doesn't work as well, and sometimes it does. But you got to get that imagination going again and showing them that it works, and that if they play fairly and they're part of it and they work hard, that they will succeed. Otherwise, things will get much worse at scale across the country.